What's up, everybody? Welcome to Make Things Tiny. My name is Mick. So, one state that is a great opportunity for those of you who are looking to downsize, retire early in terms of living in a tiny house community is the state of Florida. So, today we're going to talk about a couple of tiny house communities in Florida. We're going to talk about whether or not that could be a good fit for you guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and let's jump into it. Let's talk about tiny house communities in Florida. All right, welcome back. So today we're talking about tiny house communities in Florida. It goes without saying that Florida is an attractive destination for people of all ages, especially people that are looking to retire or just sort of like change of lifestyle with the climate, even if it's only half of the year. So today we're going to talk about tiny house communities. The reason why we're going to talk about Florida in particular is because it's got a lower cost of living overall. So you're looking at almost 10 grand less than the national median for median family income. You've got a slew of attractions, obviously, right? You've got Orlando, Florida, you've got Miami, you've got Disney World, Universal Studios, you can go scuba diving and snorkeling, you've got beaches, you've got nightlife. So it kind of has it all in that sense. And the tiny house laws are pretty comparable to what they are in other parts of the country. So it's got to be 400 square feet or less. It excludes lofts. When it comes to tiny houses on wheels is where it gets a little bit tricky in the state of Florida because they are considered temporary and seasonal, similar to an RV. So you can live in an RV park on a tiny house, but you'd have to like move your tiny house at some point to make sure that it qualifies as a temporary dwelling. Tiny houses on foundation have to follow Florida building codes. I've said it a bunch of times, but when we're talking about tiny house communities, we are talking about affordability. That's why I chose this picture here with your future, because you're talking about saving, you're talking about reducing your overhead. I know that's why a lot of you choose to go tiny or you're looking to go tiny. We're talking about amenities and location. We're talking about security as well too within some of these tiny house communities. So I'm going to talk about 4 tiny house communities today. First up is Peacewind. This is what their website looks like. Just at first glance is like a beautiful community, right? With the layout, there's good amount of space between tiny homes. You can see that there's fencing for some of them as well too, which I know is what a lot of you care about. A lot of you care about going into communities, but having that sort of like degree of separation and seclusion, right? You don't want to lose those feelings that you get from a single family home just because the square footage is smaller. So Peacewind is located in Cocoa, Florida. You've got 84 sites, so it's kind of massive. There's tiny homes. There's also cottages on foundation. The price is pretty good in my opinion, $750 a month because you get electricity, water, sewer, trash. There's lots for sale. Yeah, I'm going to say that again. There are lots for sale. This is the cool part about this location. Now, they're currently sold out, but you can go to their website and they can give you an external link where you can see where there are people who are selling their current lots. And it includes the home. So you're looking at like $200,000, which isn't bad if it includes the home and you've got that lot again, which is larger. You can fence it, you can do a garden, all those sorts of things. This is the first tiny house community that I've found that's really has the option for you to go tiny and buy the land. So it's huge. Keep it in the back of your mind. I will see if I can get them on the channel. It is a women-owned community, which I know matters to a lot of you as well too. A lot of you want to support women-owned businesses or minority-owned businesses. So Peacewind ticks that box for you if you're interested or you've been looking to support a women-owned community. Next up is Orlando Lakefront. This is what their website looks like. So they're focusing on tiny house community and vacation rentals. Orlando Lakefront is located, not surprisingly, in Orlando, Florida. They have tiny homes on wheels, on foundation. They've got vacation rentals. They have long-term parking and long-term stays. Now, on the website, I couldn't find what the price point is for the long-term rentals and stays, but they do say that you could park your tiny house there long-term and just live there. It's about $160 per night if you're looking for rentals. They've got fishing docks, laundry, a community garden. They've really pulled out all the stops there. It's a good option for you to check out even on the nightly rental side because you never know. That might be sort of like your entry into the community as a whole. I know some of you have gone and stayed at tiny house communities for a night or two, and that sort of cemented your decision to buy a tiny house and potentially move into that community. So you're kind of you're sort of like taking care of 2 things because you get a chance to see what it would be like if you lived in the community. Next up is a tiny house community called Circle Pond. This is what their website looks like. At first glance, just like with Peacewind, it looks really, really, really nice. Like we have the pond in the middle. You've got the tiny homes, which are spaced out enough. It looks like there's probably some room for fencing, but again, you'd have to talk to the community owners about that. It's located in Ruskin, Florida, which is 20 minutes away from a Walmart. There's 12 spaces on site, so it is a smaller community, but Their lot rent is a little more affordable at $600 a month, and it includes water, sewer, garbage, electricity, and lawn care, so it's still including a lot. You've got a community garden. They focus on sustainability, and it's pet friendly, so Circle Pond might be a good option. Next up is Gracious Tiny House Park. So Gracious Tiny House Park, this is what their website looks like. So they're located in Okeechobee. I hope I'm saying that right. So they're located in Okeechobee, Florida. Tiny homes on wheels. Okeechobee, Florida has amenities like a Walmart and things like that. So they've got 24 sites available for tiny houses on wheels. They have a really affordable lot rent, which is why I wanted to make sure I put them in the mix here. $425 a month for lot rent, $500 a month if you want a waterfront lot. I mean, that's probably worth the extra $75 a month. They've got laundry and they've got boat docks. So this is a more established community. I believe they're an RV park, or they were an RV park as well too, and now they're sort of catering to tiny homes, which is kind of the trend we're going to continue to see in this industry. So I would definitely reach out to them if you want a lower monthly rent. As always, it boils down to what you're interested in. In this case, in this video, for kind of the first time, we've got all three options. So you can either buy the home and rent the land, which is the standard traditional option. You can buy the home and buy the land, which you've got at Peacewind, or you can rent the home, which would be your option at Orlando Lakefront. So you've got all three to choose from here in this video, so it's just a matter of what you're interested in. To recap, your Florida options include Peacewind, where you can buy the land. You just have to go through an external site because they're not selling it directly from their community anymore. You've got Orlando Lakefront, which has long-term living and rentals. You've got Circle Pond, which offers waterfront properties, which is awesome. And then you've got Gracious Tiny House Park as well too, which is a lower monthly rent. So what do you think? Would you live in any one of these? I will reach out to Peacewind to see if they want to come on the channel. I know that's a great one for y'all to hear from. Let me know if you want to hear from any of the other ones. I can reach out to them too. Again, Florida is a great opportunity because honestly, the climate, I think more than anything, and to an extent, cost of living, depending on where you're at. But I know that a lot of you are interested in Florida. So again, if there's other states you want to have me look into, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you haven't seen other videos in terms of Florida, you can check out the video with Tiffany, who built their own tiny house in Florida. So check both those videos out, and don't forget to think tiny. I'll see you guys in the next one.